Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the role of sunscreens in our day-to-day life. There is an invisible part of the light spectrum which is from 100 to 400 nanometers, which is the ultraviolet radiation. The ultraviolet radiation consists of UVA, UVB and UVC radiations. UVB lying in the range of 290 to 320 nanometers is the most damaging radiation. It has direct impact on the DNA, leads to cell mutation and thereby leading to destruction of the most vital proteins and leading to carcinogenesis. The short damage or acute damage is the sunburn that it causes. UVA radiation, which is from 320 nanometer to 400 nanometer, it consists of 90 to 95% of the visible spectrum and it penetrates deeper than UVB radiation. It is not absorbed biologically and it is also less harmful as compared to UVB radiations. It is responsible for tanning, photoaging, wrinkles, crinkles, fine lines, even PMLE. Then the sea level solar radiation, UV radiation, is approximately 95 to 98% of UVA radiation and UVB is only 2.2 to 5% of UVB. The UVC is absorbed by the stratospheric ozone and it attenuates the UVB radiation that is present in that invisible spectrum. So the highest concentration of UVB content is found when the sun is either directly overhead, or it is noontime, or it is at an high altitude, or it is near the equator. So these are the conditions when you find that the UVB radiations can harm the maximum. Hence, a sunscreen protects us at these places specially. So in this diagram also you can see UVB radiations. They can damage the skin, they can damage DNA mutation and can cause skin cancer. Whereas UVA might lead to wrinkles or crinkles or photoaging. Then it might lead to loss of elasticity, rough texture. Immunosuppression due to DNA mutation can also be caused by UVB. There might be pigmentation and even sunburn. So hence the sunscreens. Sunscreens have become the most vital protective agent in our dermatological system these days. A good sunscreen has an SPF. So what is an SPF? An SPF is the time taken to burn with sunscreen over the time taken to burn without sunscreen. So supposedly we can take this diagram. So it might take 10 minutes to burn, for sunburn to happen if we venture out in the sun without a sunscreen. But it might take another 300 minutes if we use an SPF of 30 to prevent the sunburn. Hence, the SPF 30 will protect us 10 times more and leading to 300 minutes of sparing from sunburn. In short, it is that 300 minutes divided by 10 minutes. In comparison, the SPF will be 30. So it is 30 times protection. In this diagram, there are 100 photons. 100 photons enter into the skin when there is no sunscreen. In a similar manner, when we have an SPF of 15, 93% protection is given and only 7 photons enter the skin. And in a similar manner, if we have an SPF of 30, 97% of protection happens and only 2 to 3 photons enter. Hence, the SPF of a sunscreen is very important. So when we come down to the SPF of sunscreen, it will be preventing the UVA as well as UVB radiations, protecting it and actually reflecting it. So protection is offered by a chemical sunscreen and a physical barrier will reflect them. Hence, we require a broad spectrum sunscreen. So there is the baseline where we require a broad spectrum sunscreen and why we require a broad spectrum sunscreen. I'll get into details more after this second video. Thank you.